So when I was 10 years old, I'm at a slumber party, right? And at the slumber party, there was a young man by the name of Eric. Eric shows me one of the very first Apple computers. He had it like in his room. His room looked like a science experiment. There was everything everywhere, right? But in the corner was this little box, one of the very first Apple computers, a Macintosh. If you can remember, it had the little off-white kind of case, and it had a black screen with green writing on it. And he sat down in front of this computer and he said, Vince, this is going to change the world. This computer is going to connect people in ways we've never seen before. We'll do commerce on these computers. And for me, as a 10-year-old, it was almost like science fiction, but it was real, right? So I knew that if it existed and it was something that was awakening something on the inside of me, even something I couldn't even explain at that time, I knew that one day I would be doing some kind of work with that. I know the real adversity is the counterintuitive ideas of my dad. That was a true adversity. You know, the counterintuitive ideas of my dad completely conflicting with, you know, my vision for my life and what it would look like in the future was hard, right? To really have like a father figure who was always there, who showed through his own work, by the work of his own hands, that he's a provider. He was everything modeled, right? But the one place where we had conflict was his vision on the world was completely different than my vision on the world. So always having to battle in between those two worlds, right? The world of clocking in every day, which there's nothing wrong with that, and like serving at a job versus creating jobs and actually being the entrepreneur. There was always a conflict in those two worlds, right? So what I do understand is purpose is very, very powerful. So when you're given that pivotal moment, right? When you're given that thing, that seed to which you could possibly become, and you hold on to it, magic can happen. Because if you just hold it and if you believe it, you can manifest anything. So the adversity for me was in my own household, which probably happens for many people. I was just dog-headed enough to kind of overcome it in time. Fast forward, you know, into my years, I served in the military 91 through 95. Like, a lot of things happened. But when I returned to my entrepreneurial roots and the commercial web came, that's when I saw the intersection in between what Eric told me at 10 to now here I am, a 23-year-old man about to execute in a space, a digital space, that he actually foretold. So it's very, very powerful when somebody can actually give you that pivotal moment.